friends. Happy Friday night. Hope everybody's doing well. Just getting my weekend started, finished my work day, and now I'm actually working on my jewelry orders. I'm working on a custom order from some ankle chains for friends. They want matching ankle chains, so I'm just working on that now, and I figured if I'm working, why not come and hang out with you all? And I hope everybody had a happy 4th of July. I didn't do much. I stayed local. We have a dog, so, you know, we figured we'd stay home with the dog, be able to comfort him while the fireworks were going. But other than that, everything's well. It was a quiet, peaceful holiday for us. And now the weekend's here. So I hope everybody else is having a great night. And I'm just going to sit here and craft and talk. And if I don't answer your comments as I'm streaming here, I will definitely circle back later on after my video here, after my live, to respond to everybody. So anyway, this is what I'm working on. These are gemstone agates. These are agate rondelles, and I'm making ankle chains. Like I said, it's a custom order for a friend who's going on vacation with her friends in September. It's 4 of them, and they wanted some matching anklets. So anklets seem to be pretty popular right now, so that's what I'm working on. I never seem to have, in the past, I've never seemed to have them ready in time, and this year I got an earlier start. So I have lots of anklets now ready. And yeah, so just enjoying my Friday, working on jewelry. Wish I could do this all day long, 5 days a week, but you know, life and work responsibilities, so we seem to take precedence. So these are the anklets I'm working on, and so I have 3 of them ready right now, and then I'm going to work on making another one from scratch, and you guys will get to see them. I'm not sure how the volume is here, but I'm just, whoever's here, I'm glad to see you here. Thanks for joining. I'm working from home here, just hanging out on a Friday night. Hubby made the mojitos, so this is my liquid courage for coming on live, because I don't usually go live. And normally on a Friday night, I'm hanging out watching other people's YouTubes and their lives, and I'm like, why don't I just do my own live and see who's out here tonight and what you are all up to. And yeah, so we just finished having some big thunderstorms roll through, and things have seemed to quiet down now. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to start now working on a new ankle chain, the 4th one. You know, they wanted matching ankle chains for their vacation, so these are the ankle chains. They're gemstone agates in nice different colors, and so I'm going to make the last one. And I thought maybe I would do that on camera so you can see how this process works, and see how much fun I have. Maybe you'll be inspired to make your own. And Isle of Bohemia, thank you for joining. Bracelets, Marie, how are you? Happy Friday. Hope you had a good 4th. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, hope everybody's keeping busy and doing well. I have this weekend off, which is nice. I have no events this weekend, and although I know I should be out making money, I'm kind of happy to be just not having any events this weekend. So I'm going to catch up on some other things. I'm trying to really bang out some more jewelry, and I have events coming up in July. August, not so much, but we'll see. It's usually hot and people are away. And when people are away, you know, it's too hot and there's not much going on. So, anywho, yeah, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to make these ankle chains. And basically I have to cut bits of chain. And these are all 1-inch pieces. And then I'm going to take these beads that you see here. It's hard to see because they're so small on camera here. I don't have the best camera set up. I have a Samsung flip phone, and I literally am just have my flip phone open, and I have it pointed down to my bead mat, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping the lighting is okay. And yeah, so here are the chains. And so basically the process is taking some wire. This is 28 gauge. No, I'm going to use the 26. When I work with pearls, which have very thin holes, I work with a 28 gauge wire, which is thinner than the 26 gauge, for those who aren't familiar. And so yeah, I just work with some 26 gauge wire. And the way the process works, I'm going to show you guys and take you along, is you take your wire and you load on a piece of chain. If I can find the hole. Put it on the mat. So here's my chain. I'm going to take one of my beads and another chain. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to feed the wire through the bead. Let's see if you can see this. Feed the wire through the bead. And that's one side. Oh, I lost my chain. Where did it go? Here it goes. We'll put the chain back on. Let's see. All right, so now that we've got the chain back on, we'll feed this piece through the other side of the bead. And then we're going to pull this through, but we want to make sure we're not tangled with the other side. So we'll get this started and then we'll grab our pliers. Let's see, I have my pliers here. Hope you can see this well. Give them a pull through. And the point is to be able to get the chain pulled in to the bead. And once both sides are in, then you'll see that the chain is loaded into the bead. And so I don't have to do any wire wrapping. Once it's pulled in, it's pretty sturdy. It holds in. Just making sure. You'll feel and hear the click when the chain goes inside of the bead. So they're in there, and now I'm just going to trim off my wire, my excess wire. And I usually just try to just twirl it, wiggle it off, and it'll usually break at the point where it's right at the bottom normally. And we'll do the other side. Okay, and then what I do is I check to make sure there's no pokey bits hanging out to get caught on anybody's hair, clothing, skin. Okay, so we have our one bead loaded on, Hey, welcome to the live stream, everybody. Can you hear me okay? I'm going to try and speak up as loud as I can. Okay, so now that I have my one bead and my one chain, I'm going to cut another piece of wire. I'm using 28 gauge wire, and it doesn't matter that I'm using silver wire with some gold chain because you're not going to see the wire. It is inside of the bead. So here's my next piece of wire, and I will load on my chain. It has the bead link on it, and let's see, I think we'll go with a pink bead next. We'll go with a pink bead next, and another piece of chain. So I pre-cut my chain in 1-inch pieces, and I'll just offload them as I need them, so they don't go missing. And we'll put this one on. Now let's see. I think this one might have a little piece of chain. Let's see. All right, so here we go. I'll load in the next piece. You put your wire right in through the bead, pull it through, and then you flip it and you do the other side, so you'll have a piece of chain on either side. And we just want to make sure it goes into the bead. And here we go, into the bead. Alrighty. And hopefully this goes in there smoothly. Give it a pull. I'll check those, make sure they both went in. I did feel the pull. And check and make sure you don't see any wire hanging out. These look like they went in. So and I'll keep doing this until I get, you know, probably 8 to 10, depending on the size of the ankle chain requested. Don't worry if a piece of wire pops off. I got it at the end. It doesn't affect what was loaded into the bead. And now I will just trim them. So this is what I'm working on tonight. Hey, Sports Mom 3120, hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your necklace. I remember you from Snug Harbor. You came in and purchased a necklace for me, so thank you. And I hope you're enjoying it. And if you need anything else, definitely let me know. Be back at Snug Harbor actually on Saturday, July 20th. I know when you came by we were indoors for the winter, but we're outdoors now for the summer. So here's what we have so far, 2 pieces. This is what a finished ankle chain looks like. It's nice and dainty, but it's sturdy. You can shower with it. Like all gold-plated or silver-plated jewelry, you want to be mindful in chlorine and salt water. They could do okay a couple of times in, but you know, the longer you abstain from you know, subjecting your jewelry to chemicals, the longer it will last. So yeah, so what is everybody else up to today for Friday? Like I said, I worked today. I went out. My husband and I took a walk out in the park this morning, which was nice. He's on summer vacation. He works in the education system, so of course the kids are all off from school. So I have my house husband back for the summer. So of course he's doing projects around the house and helping out with the chores more than normal. So I have no complaints about that. All right, so I'm going to now continue on. I've got a pink and a blue, and I think I'm going to grab a purple bead now. And we're going to load that on. And maybe I should just cut a few pieces of wire. I usually just do one at a time, but I guess if I want to keep the flow, I'll just cut some wire pieces and I'll have what I need since I already have the chain cut and the beads ready. Anybody have any nice plans for the weekend? Like I said, I'm just home. I'm going to spend this weekend doing some tidying and organizing. I'm going to take this week off to make more jewelry. I've really done a good job at catching up on making my ankle chains. So I'm working on a custom order now, but I have other things like these nice little heart ankle chains ready. Might as well just show you some of the ones that I have. I have pearls, like these pink freshwater pearls. I do mostly in gold, but I do have some silver items. More freshwater pearls. I have these in white. The others were in pink. Can you see these? I have some simpler things in silver and gold, just like these are like just little silver and gold balls, beads, and they're dainty. So, and then also in the silver and gold I have them with, these are cubic zirconia. So these are, like I said, dainty ankle chains. And some people like the dainty ones, and then I like to get really creative. I do like making my dainty ones, but I really do like creating my ankle chains that are like with fancier check glass beads, and I'll show you some of those. What else? So I know I posted a reel this week with these ankle chains. I don't know if you can see them here. These are the more fancy ones. So we've got the beachy colors, the mermaid. I call these mermaid colors, and got the blues and the pinks. We have my collection of dragonflies. Hope you can see that okay. The yellows. Oh, I love this. I've just been wearing this since last week. I went to a family reunion and the color was yellow, and so I had to make yellow jewelry. Hey Ziomara, welcome to my live stream. I went to a family reunion and the colors were yellow last week, so I didn't have too many yellow clothes. And good to see you, Ziomara. Love you, miss you guys. So since I didn't have yellow clothes, of course I made yellow jewelry and accessories to wear to the family reunion. We have some more in these mermaid colors. No pink in this one, but it's more like the blues and the whites. And this is a big, nice hibiscus, for those who love hibiscus. It's a very shiny, metallic looking hibiscus with pinks and blues, and also the freshwater pearls. I don't have a very professional setup here for my camera. I literally just have my flip phone balancing on a little shelf here, and I'm just shooting my live because, you know, a lot of times I get hung up on perfection. Like, I don't have a perfect setup for going live. I don't have a perfect setup. Girl, hey Lonnie, how are you? So good to see you. Girl, Lonnie, aloha. I have my liquid courage and I'm doing a live tonight. So you should know how that goes, right? Have some mojitos and then go live. So as I was saying, I don't have a perfect setup, so everything might not look so clear and not look perfect, but I said, you know what? I'm home and I'm watching other people's lives, and I'm like, I want to talk to people and show them what I'm making and what I'm doing. And with that, I was like, well, I don't care if my setup is perfect. It might be a little blurry, but let's just come on and chat. Let me show you what I'm making. Let me show you the process of how things are done. Everybody wants to know how the sausage is made, right? When it comes to the all of my jewelry, I do custom. I take custom orders if you want this particular beads. Obviously, we custom make them to your size. If you have events going on and you want, like I have a friend going on vacation with there's 4 of them and they want matching ankle chains, so I'm working on that order right now. Yeah, so that's these are the most recent ones I made within the past couple of weeks. And then I have like my chakra ankle chains. They're chakra colors. I have some amethyst, and then I have some matching bracelets if you're into the whole rainbow chakra thing. So that's those. So anyway, those are the ankle chains, and I'm just happy with myself for actually getting ankle chains made before and during the season, because a lot of times I miss the boat, you know. And this time I was able to actually get some done. So for those who've just joined, thank you, Ziamara, I appreciate you. I'm working on these custom ankle chains for a friend. She ordered 4 of them for their friendly vacation. They wanted to have matching ankle chains, so I've got 3 of them made, and I'm now working on the 4th one. And I figured, why not show you how I make them, because everybody wants to know how these things are done, right? And I like to show you that, yes, when I say they're handmade, I'm literally sitting here connecting beads to chain to wire, and yeah, I really enjoy it, you know. And for those who don't know, I'm a self-taught jewelry maker. I went to the School of YouTube, and my jewelry journey started during the pandemic, and things just happen for a reason, right? The pandemic happened. I happened to, you know, I run, and all of my races were canceled in 2020, and so the races were canceled, and so I was used to being out and about and socializing and being with my friends. And so when the races were canceled, you know, sometimes we'd get together and run, but it kind of wasn't the same as being like, you know, with New York Roadrunners and doing all their races. But I was following a band called Fogo Azul here in New York. Fogo Azul is a female samba reggae drumline band, and basically what they said is, hey, you know, come drum with us, no experience required. And I was intrigued, and I'm not one to shy away from the unknown. So I said, all right, let me go give this a shot and see what this is all about, just like I do with everything else. And I joined the band, and it was just really a blast. And what happened with the band was, what made it so appealing is that they were doing their rehearsals outdoors, right? So they were meeting up in different parks all around the city. So I was in the Bronx, I was in Brooklyn, I was in Manhattan, I was in Queens, and it was just really nice to just be out. And it was just all these beautiful people working in the band. And so I did that. And while I was in the band, I was like, okay, you know, we try to dress in fancy colors, the band colors, and be outrageous, and just so that you look, you know, fun when you're out there drumming. And I wanted to make earrings, and I wanted to make them in the band colors. So Fogo Azul Samba Reggae, that is drumming music from Brazil, Bahia, Brazil in particular. And I couldn't find earrings like in the colors of blue, yellow, and green for the flag of Brazil. So I said, let me go on YouTube and see if I can make something. And of course, that's where my jewelry making journey started. Once I found out, I can make, you know, a pair of tassel earrings in the colors I wanted, I found a whole world of jewelry making. And I started out with just earrings, you know, and wire wrapping. And so that's how I started. And then I discovered bracelets and elastic bracelets. And then, of course, you know, my whole world of jewelry opened up and became to the point where now I didn't have time to run. I didn't have time to drum anymore, because the jewelry took over my life. And it was a good thing and a bad thing, right? Because, you know, I was enjoying my social life, but then the jewelry took off, and people were enjoying the jewelry and wanted, you know, to buy things. Like family and friends were like, oh, that's great, I want to buy it. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I got something going on here. And so that was literally like October, November, December of 2020, and here I am in 2024, and like I've learned so many more things and made so many more connections, and I started my jewelry business, and it literally is a business because, you know, I make my jewelry, but then there's all the record keeping and tracking and signing up for events, and things cost money, supplies, events cost money. But at the end of the day, I'm really just loving what I'm doing. And so, you know, whatever the hassles are, those kind of fall by the wayside once I get into my jewelry making zone. So here we are now. Let's see, I'm 3 beads in on my ankle chain, and so some of these, depending on the size, could be anywhere from like 8 to 10 beads. So I'm just going to keep on doing what I do. Yes, Xiomara, that's right. You know, at some point in life, we have to stop just working for the money and actually try to find something that brings us joy and happiness. And I didn't know I was a creative person. You know, I'm a numbers person. I do bookkeeping. And when I discovered that I could make jewelry, I was just like over the moon, because I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know I had a creative side, you know. But we all have a creative side. We just have to kind of know what to seek out. Like, seek out, try different things. You know, you never know what your creative side is or what you're good at. You have to just go out and try things, right? So you sign up for a workshop, a jewelry workshop, a woodworking workshop, clothing making workshop, like you name it, painting, you know. You just have to get out there and try things and see what like lights your fire. Like this lit my fire. And I have to say, just having supportive friends and family who like made me feel like I had something good going here, and that they liked what I was making and wanted to buy what I was making. And it was like, wow, like who knew, you know? And then I just try to keep on top of things, and, you know, things get busy and we get into a rut. And so I try to keep up with learning new things. I don't learn as many new things as I want, but like this summer I've, try to focus in on learning some new techniques and bringing some new jewelry styles. You know, a lot of times I go to events, I have a set of inventory that people like love. I know what people want, like my micro gemstone beaded bracelets, and my pendants that I sell demi-fine jewelry as well. And I mean, they do really well at events, and so I keep making them and selling them. But at some point it's like, okay, yeah, you gotta like now, okay, what do I want to do now? What do I want to make next? You know, so like, I will just show you maybe, what do I have here? Some bracelets that I worked on last week. You know, just I learned a new technique. I went onto YouTube and I learned a new technique. So this was a different bracelet. These are larger bead bracelets. These are 8mm pearls. And you basically, surround them with some gold beads. And so this was a nice project I learned. And so I will be working on these in big beads, small beads, and they really like nice. And so this was one. I hadn't even put this one on Instagram yet, but I love these beads, and so I was able to make something like this, the red, white, and blue, 4th of July. So, you know, you have to just take time to work on new things and learn new techniques, while keeping up the inventory and working on custom orders, you know. But it's all good. It's all good. So who else is here? Mary, hi. Hope everybody's doing well today. Mary, I'm just reminding everybody, liquid courage. It's the best thing for going live. I'm drinking mojitos. Ray made me a mojito tonight. It's Friday. It's how we get our weekend started. And I'm just working on a custom anklet order for 4 anklets for some fabulous ladies going on vacation in September. And I got a request to make matching anklets for the friends. So that's what I'm working on right now. Having a good time. And for those who just tuned in, I was watching somebody else's Instagram live, and I'm like, oh, I want to talk to people too, so why don't I go do my own live? And I'm so self-conscious normally, and I'm so nervous, and I'm always like, oh, nobody wants to hear me or see me or talk to me, but I'm like, you know what, I'm going anyway. Thank God for liquid courage. So here we are, and I'm just going to be rambling and making my jewelry, and yeah. So how did everybody fare during the fireworks last night? For those of us who have dogs, it was not so much fun for our furry friends and our fur babies. Thankfully we got some rain here, and things ended a little earlier than normal, so it didn't go on till like 1 o'clock in the morning last night, which is really nice. So the dog was able to calm down. We all slept, and yeah. So tomorrow is Saturday, and tomorrow we're just going to focus on getting some organization done at the studio, moving things around. Life has been a bit challenging, so I haven't been very active online here. I will just say that my sister, who's 2 years younger than me, died in January under tragic circumstances. So my life, my family's life has pretty much come to a standstill, and we're just trying to like get our footing here and get back to normal. And it's been a challenge. And like I said, having my jewelry business and events and keeping my mind and my keeping your hands busy is everything, everybody. You know, yeah, our minds are always busy, but when you keep your hands busy, you can literally just turn off the voices in your head and just get into a flow of relaxation and turn off just everything, you know. So I have to say that making my jewelry has literally been like making jewelry has just been able to keep me grounded and give me my sanity. And because, you know, when you lose somebody tragically and like your whole world just blows up, falls apart, and you just don't know what to do. And you know, when do I start to go back to normal? What is normal? There is no more normal. There's the new normal, you know. And yeah, so life has been challenging, and I'm just trying to keep busy, keep positive, trying to realize that tragic things do happen in life, and we never know what hands we're going to be dealt, and we have to keep just like living, you know. We can't feel bad or we can't feel guilty about living. We just have to just get on with life, you know, and do the best we can. My sister's birthday is coming up on Sunday, and it's going to be emotional to say the least. You know, it's always been Lynn and Donna, and now there's no Donna, so yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get into all of that, but anyway, you know, I think it's important to just let people know what's going on in our lives. Yeah, I make jewelry, I make pretty things, and but you always have to know that somebody's always going through something. You never know what people are going through, and that's why it's so important to be kind to people you don't even know, you know. I feel like common decency has just like gone, you know, and I try to keep that front and center in my life. So even though I might be going through hard times, and I always keep in mind somebody else is also going through hard times, and you just have to like be the light and just show people that, you know, life can go on, and never lose your humanity, never lose your kindness, never lose your goodness. No matter what bad things happen in life, the main thing to remember is don't lose your goodness. You know, always find your center, always find your grounding, ground yourself, you know. It's so easy to be sad and depressed and bitter and angry, and that will just like kill you. It will eat you up from the inside. So you just literally have to find the strength to be like a light for somebody else, because when you're a light for somebody else, you help somebody else, you're helping yourself to heal. That makes sense. It's like when you can take some of the focus off of yourself, you can actually find some form of healing by like being a light for somebody else. And Lisa, now that you're here, hi Lisa, I wanted to show you tonight's live is all about your ankle chains. That's what I'm working on tonight. I've got 3 of the 4 of them done. And when you give me your sizes, we will adjust them accordingly, but I'm making them, and then I can make them smaller or larger as need be. What's nice about these chain anklets is they're chain, and I can cut chain and I can add chain. And so I can like get ahead of the curve by making these ankle chains now, and then when you get back to me with the sizes, Lisa, I will be able to send them off to you. So I'm working on the last one now, and I'm getting ahead so that if there's any sizing issues, Lisa, you need, you know, things to be resized. If you have to send something back, which hopefully won't have to happen, we'll have time to do that. So, and then once I get this done, I can work on your sister's jewelry. She gave me some projects when I saw her a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to be doing some jewelry repairs for her. And she actually ordered one of these anklets too, so I will take care of you all. And maybe I'll just take a trip out to Long Island and deliver everything, and we'll save on postage. Okay, thanks, Lisa. Please do. Liz, hey. Oh, hey, Liz. What's up, my girl? All my girls are here. What's up? Hey, Liz. I'm just hanging out here on the gram. I'm making jewelry, and so while I was making jewelry, watching somebody else's Instagram live or YouTube, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do my own Instagram live. So I'm working on custom orders right now, Liz. See that? So, anywho, yeah, so, just hanging out here on a Friday, making jewelry, and just getting into my flow, and trying not to be conscientious about being on Instagram, because, hey, we're all friends here, right? Actually, while you're looking, let me just check in and say hi. What's up, y'all? Good to see you. No makeup. Don't hate. But this is life. This is reality. Working from home, because that's where I feel the most at ease. I have my little setup here, so anything I can do at the studio, I can do from home too. I always like being home, especially at nighttime. I want to be home at night. Since my sister died, or since she passed away, I've literally just only wanted to be at home, which is why you haven't seen me post anything, no classes, nothing from the studio. It's just like I've been home, and it's really all, right now it's really all the only place I want to be. I try to get out, not just stay in the house, but like I want to be in my house. I want to be home. That's where my comfort is. Okay, Lisa, we're getting there. Oh, hey, Liz, I am making ankle chains. This is a custom order. These are gemstone ankle chains for a friend who's going on vacation with 3 of her girlfriends in September, and they want to be matchy-matchy. So I'm making matchy-matchy ankle chains. Nice little dainty ankle chains. And I'll show you some more. I've been making ankle chains. I have a nice supply going here, nice inventory of dainties, and then the ones I like to make with beads and flowers and all that good stuff. But anywho, I'm probably gonna have to cut up some more chain, so we'll do that here. Show you how that works. So basically, when I want to cut chain and I want to have them all be like the same size, I grab a head pin or a piece of wire, and I have oh, thank you, Live Love Craft Teach, thank you so much, thanks for being here. So I take a piece of chain that I've already have cut. This is a 1-inch piece, and then what I'm going to do is grab the chain that I have from the spool here, and then right from here I can measure and I can cut how long the chain is without having to count the links. So once I know how many links I have, I can just come right in with my cutters and cut my chain, and I'll have pretty much the same size. I mean, it could be, you know, plus or minus a link. That's not a big deal, but at least I don't have to count. So with that, now I have 2 pieces of chain that are the same size, and I'll show you that. For everybody who just tuned in, yeah, steady hands, not so bad for an old broad, right? Ziomara? Anyway, I'm literally just like filming this Instagram. I'm on live on my flip phone, and it's balanced on my little shelf here, and there's no fancy photography going on. So if it looks a little blurry or the lighting is not perfect, just bear with me. I opted to go live instead of striving for perfection. I could do that later. I'm always like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, because it's not perfect, I don't have the right setup, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't know, with Liquid Courage, it's like, no, let's not do that, you know, because if not now, when, right? Perfection could come later. Nobody cares, right? You guys don't care that it's a little blurry or it's not the perfect shot, right? We're just here hanging out. Okay, so now I have another piece of wire. So this is how it works. We have a piece of wire, and we grab a chain link, and we're going to load a bead. So now I got like a pink, a blue, a pink, a purple, a blue, a purple. We need something, another one of these lighter colors. So let's get this one in. And so what I do is I pretty much sandwich a bead between 2 pieces of chain, right? And then we're going to feed the wire that's going to hold this all together through the bead. If you can see that. Feeding the wire through the bead. I'll grab my pliers so I can just get a grip on that. Pull that through. And then we will grab this one. Okay, so we got a grip on this one. All right, now we'll grab both ends. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the wire through the bead, and the chain is actually going to load into the bead as well, and it's going to be able to support itself that way. And you can literally hear the chain pop into the bead when it gets in there. And once both sides have popped, and then I can look and I can see, as long as I don't see any wire, if it's all chain, then I know I'm good. And this holds up really well. You know, all the jewelry I make, I wear. I have a million pieces of jewelry that I wear, because I wear all the jewelry. I leave all the jewelry out, exposed to air. I shower with my jewelry. Like I experience my jewelry, so I can say to you, hey, this is going to last this long, because the jewelry literally will last a really long time. This is gold plated, not gold, actual gold, because if it was actual gold, people would say I can't afford it. But you know, having gold-plated jewelry, silver-plated jewelry, the way it's made nowadays, it really lasts a long time. And if you take care of the jewelry, like, it'll last. Like, I'm wearing stuff that's a year old that hasn't faded. Like, I literally have my jewelry not even in a jewelry box. I have like hooks on my wall, and I hang the necklaces. I have a little jewelry display on my dresser where I hang my bracelets and my ankle chains, the kind that are not on stretch cord. You don't want to hang anything on stretch cord because you don't want your cord to stretch. But look, so here I got that wire in there, and this is not going anywhere. You could tug on it, the beads aren't going anywhere. So that's the technique, that's the process. So you don't see the wires, and it's literally beads floating on the wire. Nice and secure. And I don't have to wire wrap these. You're not going to see any excess wire on the ends of the beads. And that's what makes these so really nice, is that they're just delicate and they look natural, and there's no excess wire to see. Okay, so here are the colors we have so far. We've got some purple, blue, purple, pink, blue, pinkish purple, and a very light pink. And I think what we'll do is I have here on this this is like a pad for crafting, and it has like a ruler on it. So I'm at 7 3/4 inches, which is too short right now for an anklet. So I'll just keep adding my beads, and I'm going to probably do 9.5 to 10 inches. I'm waiting for the ladies to tell me what their sizes are. And what's nice about when you're making or working with chain is I can add to it if they need a larger size, or I could trim it down if I need to make it a smaller size. And so that's why I can like make this now and wait for the measurements later, because then I can adjust accordingly and just like get it done, because there's other projects to be done and other orders to be filled. Okay, so what am I going to go with next? I have a tray of beads here. Let's pull some more out and see what's here. What's nice is these are different shades and grades, and so I think I'm going to go with this little purple. It's a little purple. Now I need to cut some more wire. This is a 26 gauge silver plated wire, and it doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm working in gold right now, but I can use a silver wire because you're not going to see it. I don't have on hand right now any 26 gauge gold wire, so I'm using the silver, and like I said, nobody's going to see it because it's inside of the bead. Alright, so I'm going to load on a piece. I'm going to load on the chain that I'm working on. We're just continuing, and we'll add on a bead. This one's purple. These are agate rondelles. No two beads are alike. The shapes are very organic. And then we'll add on the other piece of chain. So basically what we're doing is we're sandwiching the bead in between two pieces of chain. And then what we're going to do is we're going to feed that wire through the bead on one side, flip it, feed the wire through the bead on the other side, right? So you can see this is what we have, the two pieces of wire on either side. And then I get my pliers, because that's what I'm going to use to pull them. And we're going to pull the wire. It's going to pull from both sides, load into the bead, and pull the chain into the bead. And that's what's going to really hold it steady in there, nice and tight. And I flip it because usually one hand is stronger than the other. And you just want to make sure both sides get in there. Pop. Yep, that piece of chain just popped in there. You might not be able to see or to hear it, but when you're doing it, you feel it. And it's very satisfying to hear that piece of chain pop into the bead, because you know it's in. That one popped too. Okay, so what I do is once I have the two pieces of chain loaded into the bead, and then I can just take the wire and wind it so that we'll cut off right at the edge of the bead there, and we make sure there's nothing. And when you do that, like the wire breaks right in the bead, so there's no pokey bits, there's no sharp edges poking out. And that's what you want. You don't want any sharp edges. If there's ever a piece of wire that breaks and it's not, you know, flush to the bead, and then I go in with my cutters and I trim it off. But so here we are. Christy Creations, hey, welcome to my live. We're just making we're making ankle chains here, and I'm just yapping tonight like a stream of consciousness. There's no script, we're just hanging out and having a good time. I'm going to measure this now. My ankle chain is now at, my ankle chain is at 9.5 inches, right? And now I still have to add my clasp on one side and my jump ring on the other. This is going to take it close to 9 3/4 to 10 inches, and that's a good place to stop, because for ankle chains, you know, an average, like I have thin wrists and thin ankles, so my ankle chains, when I make mine, measure at like 8 3/4, but on average a 9-inch ankle chain is pretty standard. Anywhere from 9 to 10 inches is standard. So me stopping at 9.5 and adding the clasps and the jump ring at the end will kind of bring it to 9 3/4 to 10 inches. That might be the perfect length for the ladies. But if it needs to be shortened or lengthened, it's really not a problem, because it's chain. And it's not like it's on beading cable or it's on elastic where you tie a knot and the size is what it is. This gives me options. So right now I'm going to now grab myself my jump rings. I use 4mm jump rings, they're small, to add the loop at one end. And then on the other side is going to be the lobster clasp that will close. Now all of my chain, my jump rings, and my clasps are 18 karat gold plated, non-tarnish, very long lasting, so it's kind of like wearing gold without the gold price. I think a lot of times we know we wear jewelry, and you know, we buy jewelry and we think it's disposable, but if you take care of this jewelry, like, it will last a long time. Like, you can wear it this summer and next summer and maybe the summer after that. You know, I make sure I send you a jewelry care card when you order your jewelry. It tells you, you know, the 5 S's. Let's see what the 5 S's are. I do have my card here. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get one of these cards. The 5 S's to taking care of your jewelry. Oh, I had a bunch right here. Here we go. Jewelry instructions, the 5 S's. I know when you're looking at this, it's flipped over the wrong way because I'm using my camera. My camera is in the selfie mode right now because I don't have here at home a proper cell phone stand to film from the camera side, right, facing out. So I'm in selfie mode right now. And so I'm in selfie mode, everything looks backwards. But here are the 5 S's for taking care of your jewelry. The things to avoid, the 5 S's. Shower, remove prior to avoid chemicals and water. Now, I will let you know, I do shower with my ankle chain and my my little necklaces, and although I don't do it every day, showering once in a while is not going to ruin your jewelry. It's not going to turn your neck green. The plating does not come off if you take a shower. Sleeping, again, you want to avoid breaking your jewelry, so if you can, you know, before you turn in for the night, take off your jewelry. Personally, I cannot sleep with my jewelry on. I have to take it all off. Sweat. So, okay, if you're out at the gym and you're on the treadmill and you're sweating up a storm, I mean, maybe take your jewelry off before you go to the gym. If you wear it, it's not gonna, you know, you're not gonna lose the plating at a gym visit, but again, if you can avoid that, please do. When you're wearing your jewelry, you want to put your jewelry on last. So like, get your makeup on, get your cologne on, get your hair done, get everything done put on your moisturizer, and when you're all dressed and you're all moisturized and you're all made up, then put your jewelry on, because then you don't have to worry about anything landing on your jewelry, especially when dealing with like gemstones. Like, you don't want anything to take off, say, the coating on the bead, right? You don't want to affect that. And swimming. So swimming, you know, chlorine, salt water is probably not the best thing for your jewelry. If you're of course, we want to wear our summer jewelry to the beach, right? So, you know, if you're at the beach and you have your jewelry on, yes, you can go swimming with it. But if you're at the beach like 5 days a week and you wear your jewelry 5 days a week, you might see some fading in your plating on your jewelry. So everything is common sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay, so that was it for taking care of your jewelry, and now here comes the fun part. So I use like a pretty thick jump ring, and I have to get it into very tiny, teeny tiny chains. So sometimes I can literally be sitting here, guys, for 20 minutes. I kid you not. I have a piece of chain bit I have to get off here. I could sit here, and I will sit here for 20 minutes, literally trying to get a jump ring into the piece of chain, because I am very particular on the jump rings. Like, I don't want to use anything flimsy, and if it means it takes me 20 minutes to get a jump ring into the piece of chain, then so be it, right? Because at the end of the day, I want your jewelry not to break. I want you to be happy. I don't want to get an email, oh, my necklace broke, my chain broke, my anklet broke, right? So, you know, the time I put in on the front end to make sure I'm using quality findings, that's what you call something like a jump ring, a finding. This feels like it wants to go in, and let's keep our fingers crossed. Quality means less or no customer complaints whatsoever. And I can literally tell you, I've never, to this day, I've been making jewelry since 2020, let's say 2021, which is like when I really started selling it. Nobody has said, hey, you know, my bracelet elastic popped. Nobody's ever returned or said my bracelet popped, or that the chain popped. And I will tell you that I guarantee my jewelry. Repairs are free. Mind you, if you have to send something back, the postage is on you, and if I send it back, the postage is on me. But I guarantee all my jewelry, so if you buy something and your bracelet breaks, I will send you another one at no charge. Because I make quality and I stand behind all my jewelry. So there we go. It took a while, but the jump ring is on. So I'm going to put now this clasp on. And what's really cool about these particular lobster clasps that I have, I'll show you after I close this jump ring, is they're swivels. So they'll move with the jewelry. You don't have to worry about your ankle chain twisting around. Right now I gotta get this closed. And so when you're closing a jump ring, it's always front to back, and you wait kind of to hear a click for it to close. There we go, there's the click. And then I check with my nails to make sure it's closed. So there shouldn't be any, it should be smooth on both sides. This way I know it's not open. Once you hear the click, you know it's met. One side is touching the other, basically. So here's the lobster clasp. It opens like this, but it's nice as it's a swivel, so the clasp itself will swivel, and so your chain is not going to twist because the lobster clasp will swivel. See? Swivel, swivel, swivel. This is because the lobster clasp has a swivel on it. And so here is this ankle chain. Oh, I have to put the jump ring on the other side now so we can close it. That was just one side. Hold on. We'll do the other side now. And so here you could see I'm literally, all right, so now there's a little, so when you cut chain, sometimes a piece of the previous link is still stuck to it. because when you're working with chain, you have to like shake it out. You have to jiggle it and roll it through your fingers to make sure the links are all moving. And so when you cut chain, sometimes a piece will get stuck from the previous link. So now that's cleared off. It's clean. So literally, I mean, we're dealing with, I think, 2mm chain in this 4mm jump ring, and I sit here like a surgeon trying to get this jump ring, which is pretty thick, into this little hole. And like I said, you're going to sit here and you're going to be like, why does it take you so long? But I want to use a thicker jump ring, and it will go into the hole if I can get it in there. If I work at it. It's all about work. Persistence and never giving up. It's a metaphor for life, basically. And I always win at the end. Not the jump ring, not the piece of chain. I will get it in. Anyway, I definitely want to get this in and show you the finished piece, and then I will let you all go about your merry business. What are you guys up to tonight? What's going on for the weekend? Oops, I think I got it. Look. Woo, woo, look. Chain, jump ring, together. They are married, and together they shall never part. Now we will close that. Listen for the click. So when you're doing the jump ring open and close, right? At the same time as you're going open, you know, forward and backwards, you're also pushing them towards each other so that they click. So that was the click. I'm going to stop talking. There's the click. Click. And then we just make sure that they're literally flush with one another. This way you know if they're flush together that it's 100% closed and your chain is not going to fall through. Okay, this looks good. Okay, so here's the finished product. So you all sat here and watched me make an ankle chain with wire, chain, and beads. Gemstone beads. These are agates in different colors. And that's it. So that's the ankle chain, folks. I'm not going to try it on. I'm not set up for my camera. I'll send pictures. So yeah, so that's it. I have the 4 ankle chains made. I had to make an order of 4. I had to make an order. I got a custom order for 4 ankle chains for my friends going on vacation in September, and they wanted to have matching ankle chains. So those are done. I just need for them to come in with their measurements, and then I can adjust them accordingly. In a perfect world, the sizes I have are good, but you know, I'm sure they're going to be either need to be made longer or shorter, at least 1 or 2. So that's it. Okay, guys. Well, I thank you all for joining my live and for listening to me ramble on. And I'm definitely going to do this again. And thank you for being here. And in the future, you know, I'll do more things like showing you how things are made, and then, you know, I'll show you what I have, and so you can see it on camera versus a flat 2D picture. And like I said, I do custom orders. If there's anything you ever want, you can present me with an idea, and I'll tell you if I can make it. Okay. So happy Friday, have a good night. Thank you for joining me. And I'll flip the camera, and you can see what I have made here. I have my ankle chains. Let me get my drink out of the way. And don't mind the mess, but you know, when you're working from home, things are pretty much all over. Here we go. So here are the 4 ankle chains that I have. And then I have others already made for sale. This is my inventory, and we have freshwater pearls in pink and white. I have, these are new, my hearts. I'm wearing one now. I really love them. These are hearts. They're a little bit more heavy than the more dainty fine chain ones are here. So these have little gold and silver balls, and then these are cubic zirconia. So they are, let me get these over. I try to carry gold and silver because people are generally a gold person or a silver person. So these have nice shiny cubic zirconias, and so I have those in gold and I have them in silver. Same. These are little balls, gold and silver, hearts, and freshwater pearls, and the gemstone agates. And these are the Evil Eye ankle chains, right? Keep the bad juju away. And I also have bracelets, so you can have a matching bracelet with your ankle chain. Let's get these out of the way and show you the others that I have made. These are my fun ones. Let's see. Oh, let me turn this around. And these are the ones I've made actually this week. Little mermaid colors. These are Czech glass beads. These are beads that are made in the Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic. And, you know, they specialize in making these beads. And so they're always fun and come in all kinds of shapes and colors and flowers. And so, yeah, so these are ankle chains as well. For those who want something very beachy, they're not as, you know, they're more sturdy than, say, the little dainty ones. Maybe things that you would want to wear to work. And these are for hanging out on the weekend. And I actually mix and match them. So I wear my dainty heart necklace with my yellow dragonfly. And then these are my chakra ones. And then I have, these are just straight amethyst. And these are customizable. Like, you tell me what your gemstone is and I can make it, you know. And then these also have matching bracelets with charms. And you get to choose your bracelet, choose your charm. I have lots of different types of charms. And so you can choose your bracelet, make sure you find the one that you like and that fits, and then you can choose your charm. And we can change them out. You don't have to take the charm that's already on the bracelet.